I'm taking another buy, and my stop loss is below this area here. This is where my stop loss is going to be. My stop loss is here. It's not down here, which most people would do. Most people will put a stop loss either here, like that, or below this low here. That's where most of the money will be if people are looking for a buy on this market here. But our stop loss is going to be here, which is underneath. Let me just put a line there so you can see it. This is where our stop loss is going to be. So that is a 14-point stop loss. Well, actually, we're up here, aren't we? It's a 19, 20-point stop loss. That's where it is. Whereas other people's stop is going to be a 38 or a 30 or 40 stop loss. So we're kind of getting in at half price, if you understand what I mean, because our one's only 20. So if it goes wrong, we can get out of the market at a minimal loss in comparison to other people who are in the market, who are on the wrong side of the market. They will be losing 20, 30 points. No, they'll be losing 30, 40 points, while we will be losing 20 points. So putting your stop loss in certain places, it's beneficial that way. But you have to do it properly, because sometimes it's a bit too tight. But as far as I'm concerned, if it goes beyond this yellow line here, if it goes beyond this moving average here, then we're wrong. It shouldn't go beyond it. And if it does, it shouldn't go that far beyond it. So if it goes beyond this moving average, as far as I'm concerned, it's selling off. So let's see what happens. 19% on this candle. And looking at it, it looks like it's going to sell off, doesn't it? It actually does. It looks like it's going to sell off. If I was looking at this chart, I would say it's going to sell off. One, you got 3 soldiers here forming. 2, it's a seller's market. It's below the 200 moving day average. 3, it's been selling off all day. 4, the way it's rushing down, it looks like it's selling. So everything points to it continuing to sell. And 5 also is it seems like it's rejected prices here. It seems like price has been rejected with this big wick, and it's going back down. There was a large candle here on this side here. This is a large candle. This large candle here has been taken out by these 3 candles. So everything to me, or to everything, if you're looking at it through a textbook point of view, is pointing to a continuation of the sell. However, because I have this signal here, I'm going to take a buy. I'm not saying that the buy is going to be big. The buy should have been about only 14, 15 points, and then we will come out, because we are in a seller's market. But cannot tell right now, because when we're in a seller's market, if you get a buy signal, it is risky. It is more of a 60-40 trade. We should be looking at buy signals in a buyer's market and sell signals in a seller's market. As I said before, the way we determine which one's a seller's market and a buyer's market is just this line here. This 200-day simple moving average will determine what type of market you're in. If it's below it, we're in a seller's market. If it's above it, we're in a buyer's market. It's as simple as that. There's no more to do. Looking at it, it looks like it's still in a seller's market, and we're wrong. It looks like we're wrong. That looks like we're wrong. Now, is it going to reject the yellow line or not? We are 74% into that. 74% is rejected it, but is it going to clearly reject it and go the other way? Look at that. Do you see what I mean? Look at that. Look at that rejection. Is in our favor now. Now, if this candle goes towards and beyond the 200 moving day average, it's going to be a massive swing. A massive swing. Let's see. It might not. I don't know. But do you see how we rejected the yellow? Look at that. It rejected it nicely. So it's on the right side of it. Let's just see if it can continue up and just give us our 14 points which we require. That's what we want. We don't want any more than that. It's above the 9 as well, which is a good thing. Let's just see. It is only because we received this signal that we're taking a buy. If we didn't receive the signal, we won't take a buy. It's as simple as that. It's a half signal. It's not a full signal. Let's see what the volume's like. The volume pumped up a little bit just before the signal. Can't really tell from that. There's no real indication there. There's no real help. Let's see. It seems like it's messing around now though, because it should, from here, what's it, 26% left, I mean taken on the candle, 28%. It's got to reject this. It's got to spike out and come up here. This is what it's got to do. If it starts messing around and just around this area, it's not that great. It shouldn't mess around. It should spike down a bit and then continue its upward trend. That's what it should do. One thing that's concerning is the fact that this candle here, it rejected prices down here. However, it rejected prices up here as well. So it's kind of in no man's land at the moment. It's in no man's land. So at the moment, there's nothing going on. Let's just see if it does anything. See if it reacts in a way that we want it to react. If it doesn't, we jump out. It's nothing. We just jump out. It's not a massive loss. It's a loss, but it's not a big one. So we can move on and look for other opportunities. There will be other opportunities today. So we're at 61% of the candle. If it doesn't reject this like it did before, I'm jumping out. I don't care. I'll jump out. I don't care. I'll just jump out. I don't want to lose no 20, 30, 40 points. Not ready for that. That's not what we're here for. Good candle. in comparison, isn't it? 12-point candle, 13-point candle. Look at that. Is it going to reject prices again, or is it going to go solid down? 78%. %. What I do not like is when it will sit on this line. So it's almost like an uncertainty. You cannot be sure whether it's rejected it or not. This rejection I like. This one, if it sits around this area, it's no good. And I think they do that on purpose. They do everything on purpose. It's like so mathematically correct. It's unbelievable. All the things you use to rely on for indications and stuff, they know. They know everything. They designed, this software here has been designed. So the information we put on it can be seen elsewhere. We get our information from servers, and those servers can see what information we're giving them. It's rejected it. Only just. It's rejected it, but only just. It's going in. I don't like it, but I don't know. These markets is just funny like that. They look one way and then they do another way. That's the way it works. You can't really tell by just looking at it. By looking at it, you can't tell what it's going to do. You need some sort of help. You need assistance. You need indication. You need foresight. You need something. You can't just look at it because it moves like a snake. You can't really tell what it's going to do. You know what snakes do? A snake will encounter a human being and run. You see the snake running and you think that the snake is running. And if you just blink for 1 second, if you blink or turn your back on that snake, it will turn around from that fast running it was doing, come back to you, bite you, and then run away again. So you can't tell by looking at these candles. You cannot tell what direction is going to go. You just can't tell. You have to have some sort of indication. You have to. I thought it was going down. I thought this thing was a loss. Look at it now. That was a minute and a half ago. We thought it was over. Look what it's doing now. Do you see what I'm saying? This game is weird. It's crazy. You can't tell with your eyes, I'm afraid. It's like a magic trick. It's like an illusion. They do it on purpose. They know what human beings are. They know what sleight of hand is. They know what they just know about illusions. They just know. And they use it to their advantage because me personally, I've been doing this for years and I thought that we were on a losing trade right then. I'm not saying we're not on a losing trade, but I thought it was a loss right then. But now the table's completely turned. Now we're in a positive area. Almost a positive. Almost positive right now. %, of that candle has been expunged. Let's see if we can get some more positive. We need that price going right up. Hit the 71 mark. That'd be great if it reaches up here. Because this is what I believe. Maybe it would reach up here and then it will come back down on itself. I don't think it's ready to come back down yet. It needs somewhere to go for it to come down. So we can follow it up to about this area, even a bit lower, and leave. See this dark blue vein inside there? You see that? That's attempting to be a momentum candle. So let's just see if it can close a momentum candle. If it closes a momentum candle, we might get what we want in the next candle. 75% gone. %77. We're still in negative territory at the moment. It's threatening to become a momentum candle. Threatening. %87. Okay, it might not just actually turn into one today. We might have to wait for the next one. But it's doing the right thing at the moment. But I don't like the way it's rejecting lower now. Look. Look, see the lower highs. That's a high there. This is a lower high. And this is a lower high again. Just in a mini thingy, but it really doesn't mean that this is causing some sort of trend that's going to go down and then lower here and then lower here and then lower here. It doesn't really mean that. Right, look at this. Straight away. Candles closed. We've got a new candle. We're in positive territory for the first time. Let's see if we can get it around here. All we want is about here. About here. That's all we're after. That's all we're after, just there. Let's see if we can get that. There or anything near it's fine by me. I'm not greedy. Gone are the days where you're greedy. Gone are the days. If you're greedy, you get got. You can't be greedy. You leave your hand in the oven too long, get burnt. Let's have a look. Right, it's formed a higher high. That's good. It's a higher high now, look. It's taking all those prices out. So it's recorded a higher high. Whether or not it stays there or not, doesn't matter. It's a higher high. The price has gone higher. Let's see if we can get it from with this candle alone. 32% spent on a candle. Remember, we are in a seller's area. Sellers are king at the moment. You have to understand that. So we can't stay in here for too long. This is seller's territory. We do need it. We want this candle to be the candle that we come out on. We want to come out on this candle. We do. We've been in it for too long. 45% spent on the candle. It's coming up. Almost halfway on the candle, halfway on the candle. Like solid, look at that. That's no spiking. Come on, we need this. Just a bit more. Just another push around this area here. This is all we're asking for. Because if it spikes down, it's probably going to reverse on us. So let's see, fingers on the trigger at the moment, fingers on the trigger, 60% spent. It's going up nicely, just a little bit more. Can we take 60% spent? %60 spent. It's moving between 7.5 points and 6.5 points at the moment. If it goes 7.8, goes 7.8, 7.8, then fair. But if it goes 6.7, 6, it's gone up to 8, 8.5, 7.5, and 8. 7.5 and 8, 75% spent. 6.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 8.5, 8.5. Is it coming? 6, 7.5, 8. I think we got 84% on that candle only. Will it go up to 9? 9. 8.5. That's nice. Can we get a 9 out of it? 9. We're taking that 9. That's fine by me. 91% left on the spent on the candle. That's cool. I'm all right with that. That's cool, because really we wanted just the same kind of body of this one here, which is 10, 11, 12, 14. That's fine by me. I want this line. I wanted it to touch that, but 9 is fine. But can you see what happened there? Did you see that? It's probably going to go up to where we want it to go, but we are fine. We are out. The profit has been realized. You've got to understand what I'm saying. The profit has been realized. Remember, we are in a seller's territory and we took a buy. That's not what you're supposed to do. But you must understand that price must go up before it goes down. So we just took advantage of that point where it goes up. That's all we've done. So that's fine. That's fine with me. That's fine with me. And I hope you understood what just happened there. Did you see how snakish the price was? I thought I was out. I thought that's it. It's done. We're finished. It rejected from when we came in. It rejected it. Came down. It looked like it was going to go past, but it didn't. It rejected these moving averages once. It rejected it twice and rejected it 3 times. And then it switched and it went up and it gave us what we were after. But anyone else would have seen this candle here. This one, they would have seen this candle, right? And put in a sell. Because it's a seller's market. And their stop loss would have been up here. And they would have been stopped out. They'll put a stop above this spike here. Wait for the 3 soldiers. They got 1, 2, and that's almost like a confirmation. This one here, this one's a confirmation. They probably would have went in here. Right? If not, they would have went in here. And if they put their stop here, which is where else are they going to put it? They would have been stopped out. That's why the market is weird. It's not an easy thing to see, because it always appears that it's doing something which is not. And what you must understand is that's what they are doing. They are trying to take your money. Just think about it like that. Someone is trying to take your money. How would they do it trickishly? How would they try and take your cash from you, from your pocket? So they will pretend to go up and down and up when they really want to go down. Or they would try to pretend to go up. It looks like it's going up, and then they really want to go down. They get you all in, and then they just drop the price. So I hope you've seen what happened, and I hope you've learned something today, that you do need an edge. You can't just go with your eyes, because this is illusion. There's an art of illusion here. And the markets are excellent at it. Excellent. If we used our eyes, we would have went in for a sell straight away. Anyway, until next time. Actually, let's just hold on to see if it reaches that line that we were after. Let's see if it reaches that line. It should reach the line, but I don't want to hang around in this market. I wasn't going to hang around. I'm not hanging around, so that's why we came out when we did. As you can see, it seems like we came out at the right time. Look, it's giving us a thing, but you know what? Before I can even say anything, I need to go into a sell here. I'm going to put a little one in. 1, 0. Just a little sell, because that's a sell signal. We're on the right side of the track, so we might as well do it. Hard stop here, small stop. Our actual mental stop is here. This is where our mental stop is, around that area there. Delete that, and we're looking for a 1-to-1 on this. Another 15 points or so, which should reach a new low, which will take out these people here. These people are being hunted. The stops orders here should go. If it does what it's supposed to do, it's gone up before it goes down. It's done that. We took some from the buy signal that we had, and now we're looking to follow the market down again. See how much it moved in the first place. 40 points. It's moved 40 points. It's a bit rich, but we've only put a small position on. Just trying to show you that signals generally work. When you get a signal, see this vein in this candle? You see the vein there? That's a good signal. The candle's not too big, and it's going in the right direction. You've got a sell signal underneath the 200 moving day average, and it's underneath all of the moving averages we have. The only problem I have is that it's been going down for a considerable amount of time, so it might be a full signal. It might be at the end of all the signals that we had. Because if you look how many signals you've got. Look, you see all these signals. I don't know if let's zoom in a bit. You see these signals here? There's plenty of them. Look, and they seem to have stopped at this kind of point here. So it might. That's why I only put a small position on, because it might continue to go down and take those people's stops, or it might just be hovering around this area here. So looking at the hourly chart, where is it after? It can be, yeah, it can be after this area here. Let me just zoom in so you can see properly. This area here, it might be after it. This area, which is 70.39, which is about 20 points from where it is. It could be after this one. This is what we saw. Where did we see? We saw around this area here. But yeah, it might be after the low, basically. It might be after the low. So we just have to keep an eye on it. But we've only got a small position on it, and that's fine. Go back to the 5-minute chart. See, it looks like it's kicking back on us. Looks like it's kicking back on us. Maybe not. I don't know. But it's a small position, so it's not really something. But we've put a stop there. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a hard stop here, because I'm just going to leave it and see what happens. I'm going to put this hard stop here on the line, just there. And if it does it, it does it. It doesn't, it's no problem. And I'm going to put a hard take profit just above the low, the daily low, and just leave it. Like I said, the reasoning behind it is that it has been given a lot of signals, and it hasn't gone down significantly. It only went down after it went up. If you look at this, it went up and it went down after it went up. But these signals here, all of these signals, even though they're out of hours, when it's out of hours, the volume is not strong enough to give a decent signal. But It should have went down a bit. None of these really went down. So, and another thing on top of that is that look how much has been going down. It's done a significant move since yesterday 7 a.m. Look at this move all the way. It's just been going down significantly, giving us all of these signals to go down, and all of the signals work. All of the signals, let's just zoom in on that so you can see all the signals, all these candles with veins. Look, that one there, it goes down. This one here, it goes down. This one here is a blue a buy signal, which is on the wrong side of the, no, actually that's on the right side. No, this is before, sorry, that's the before, that's the ending of a trend. Here's a signal here. It spikes up a bit, but it goes down. This signal here goes down. This is where we started. Sorry, this is here. 7 a.m. This is where it starts, around that area, and it continuously goes down. All of these signals create a lower low. There's another signal here. Nice dip. Most of them give us lower lows. They're all lower lows, except for when we reach this area here. But anyway, let's go back to where we are, what we set and forget. Let's see, it seems to be going in our favor. We just want it to hit this target here. It's giving us a signal. It should go further than this. It should go beyond. It should create a lower low. Give us this lower low and continue on its downward trend. After fooling people that it's going up. That sounds right. It sounds like what they would try and do. $85% spent. We can just leave it and leave, but the amount of times I've left a trade and because of the spread it doesn't hit your target TP, it's too many times. It's too many times. They manipulate the spread just because of that. Now this should just drop down. Should drop down just a little bit more. It's tinkering. I can't see why it would not go down and take those stops and form another low. Why not? What's there to write about if it doesn't form another low? It's got to register another low, a new low. Let the reporters talk about something. Let them write something. Let the industry spin. There you go. Straight away. It still hasn't triggered our stop though. And you know what? That's good enough for me. That's good enough for me. See? And that's it. That's all we've done. So we've gone up, taken a bit, and gone down, taken a bit, and leave. And that's it. That's what we've done today. And this is all through signals. Nothing more, nothing less. Just signals. We are looking at the market, understanding where we are in the market, and then trusting in the signals, because this market is snakish. You cannot tell by your eyes. You cannot tell what it's going to do via your eyes. All a matter of smokes and mirrors and illusion. So I hope you've learned something today, and we'll see you again next time. Until next time.